Hello friends, this is Borbala Banto CPA from Concierge CPAs, and this is our weekly video on Saturday, May 30th, 2020. This week flew by pretty quickly. We received a lot of calls about stimulus checks, SBA loans, and PPP, so I'd like to address those. But before that, let's congratulate ourselves that basically we survived 5 months out of the year, 5 months down, 7 more to go. I cannot say that I'm not looking forward to have 2020 behind us. If you are one of our regular clients and you did not have your taxes done yet, please send the information to us in the May of June. Even if the extended deadline is July 15th, we would really like to take some time off in July and go on vacation. So we'd like to finish all tax returns in the month of June. So that means you have about 4 more weeks left, but if we would get them sooner rather than later, it would be best. Usually we take time off in June and July. Now been working, everybody in my team has been working really hard since March and since February, basically when we started the tax season. So we really would like to take some time off and leave. But before that, we would like to finish your tax returns. So please send us your information and let's just get it out of the way and get it done. A good number of clients or viewers have asked if I was able to get the kayak, and the answer is yes. I got it and I just registered it at the DMV today, and I got the Wilderness Pango 125, so the longer ones, 12 and a half feet, and really looking forward to try it out tomorrow at Nelson's Ledges Quarry. So gonna have some pictures about it, hopefully at some time. School ended also in Brecksville. School is out today, so we can all relax a little bit, at least for a couple of months. We don't have to homeschool the kids, and we're gonna see what's gonna happen in the fall. Hopefully they can all go back to school. With that, I got a lot of emails about the stimulus checks, clients who have not filed their 2019 tax returns yet, looking for those stimulus payments. Now the answer is, as accountants, we don't control the system. We do not have to apply. Obviously, you cannot help you to apply for it. So you have to wait. If the IRS did not have your banking information in 2018 or 19, but you did file your 2018 tax returns, at least you're going to get a check in the mail. I got information from clients that even this week they got checks in the mail. So at some point, if you qualified based on 18, that you will get a check, hopefully. And most likely they're going to use the information, the mailing information that was listed on the 2018 tax returns. So be patient. Now, one more thing. If by any chance you're not going to get your check, there is a last resort. It's far, in the future, but there is going to be a new schedule on the 2020 tax return. And you're going to be able to get that $1,200 or how much it is on your 2020 tax returns next tax season. So again, hopefully you don't have to wait that long, but you're going to get it at some point. Even taxpayers who did not qualify based on 18 or 19, but they do qualify later, or they had a new kid, like a brand new kid, they're going to get their credits, stimulus credits on the 2020 tax return. So there's a last resort. So that's about the stimulus checks. PPP and SBA loans. The SBA loans, a good amount of our clients got the acknowledgement that the SBA is working on their loan application, finally, after like 5-6 week wait time, and they got an email with an offer amount. Now, somebody just asked me yesterday, like she got offered $29,000. Like, can I get all of it or just part of it? As far as I know, there is a little slide right on the application where you can tell the SBA that how much you want if you don't want the whole thing, and it has to be a minimum of $1,000 and up to the amount that they offer you. Now, also, a good number of viewers ask me if whatever they were offered, is that the whole loan that has to be repaid, or that amount minus $10,000. So the answer to that, if you did get an advance, and most people did get an advance, which was $1,000 times the number of employees that you had, that doesn't have to be repaid. But whatever they offer you, the SBA offers you on the loan application, that's the loan amount. And when you are at the point to sign the loan documents, you will see it. So, for example, in this particular case, $29,000 was what my client was offered by the SBA as an SBA idle loan. And she was asking me, is only 19? Is that the amount that I have to repay? I said, did you get any advances? She said, no, I don't think so. So I said, I'm pretty sure that you have to repay $29,000. So look out for those emails from the SBA or from Treasury. Then you have to create a login, and then you can see how much they offered you. And then you're going to check your credit and maybe emails back and forth. And then you're going to get the loan. Now, we're going to talk about what you can use the loan for, what the proceeds for in a subsequent video. About the PPP. Self-employed people are more and more self-employed Schedule C taxpayers are waking up that, oh, maybe I should do the PPP, should ask for the forgivable loan. As far as we know, Cabbage.com is still accepting applications. Obviously, there are some other online banks or your own bank that still accepts applications. A good number of questions that I got regarding Schedule C taxpayers being on unemployment benefits already and then getting the PPP amount. And the question was, can I get both? What happens to my unemployment amount, which, again, the federal amount is $600, plus it could be some state amount. So it could be way more than the PPP. So the answer to that is that those 8 weeks that start when you get funded for the PPP, you should not be on unemployment benefits. You should be basically suspend the unemployment benefits for 8 weeks, those 8 weeks at least, right after you're funded. So in Ohio, I believe the unemployment benefits beneficiaries have to log in every Sunday and report if they had work or they got paid the previous week. I believe these 8 weeks, you should really report that you got the PPP. That's basically you are paid by the government. So you should really not double dip. So that's my stand regarding unemployment and the PPP. Also, I got a number of calls about how to use the funds. And we talked about this for so many times, but obviously not enough. So the new guidance, and we talked the last 2 weeks about this, the new guidance is that you can only pay yourself if you're an S-Corp owner according to your last year's W-2, 2019 W-2. If you're a Schedule C taxpayer, you have to see what is the bottom number, your profit, line 31 on your Schedule C, divided by 52. That's a weekly, based on last year's number, the weekly check that you can write yourself from the PPP. But because the PPP was calculated on 2.5 months average, and you can only take 8 weeks as a salary for yourself, you're going to have some overages. So you cannot use the whole amount just to pay yourself. Only last year's profits divided by 52 and times 8, basically. You're going to write yourself a check for 8 weeks. So what can you do about the rest? If you have an office rent, then you can pay 2 months worth of rent. If you have office utilities under the business's name, then you can pay that. Other than those two things, utilities and office rent, there's really nothing else that you can pay somebody else. You can, if you have payroll for somebody else, which a lot of Schedule C taxpayers, they don't. They just pay mostly people on 1099. But if you do, obviously you can pay somebody. But you just really have to be careful of, you might have overages that actually they are not going to be forgiven and you will have to pay back. So if you're in that situation, you do not have rent payments to any offices or warehouse or anything for your business, and you do not have utilities under the name of the business, you do have about half month worth of, or even more, a little bit more worth of profits that it could be a couple of $1,000s that you cannot pay yourself. So they are gonna be an amount that will not be forgiven. So if you are in that situation, please contact your tax pro, your CPA, and talk about it, and talk what options are there for you. So that's about the PPP and the SBA. I had the privilege of talking to a lot of business owners again this week, and even today I talked to 3 ladies on a Zoom call, and the overall consensus amongst my clients are that we're gonna fight hard. And again, 5 months done, it's the summer. We are not gonna let the summer season deteriorate our a fight against just not having a good business. So we're gonna do everything possible to save our businesses and to increase our businesses and grow our businesses this year. So that's what I wish for all of you. If you do have a business, please let's fight together. Let's make sure that our clients are taken care of. We come up with new ways of serving our clients, contacting and being in communication. They said everybody's saying that it's really, really important. So that's what I'm set out to do, to save my business and actually grow my business even during the coronavirus or in 2020, and make this a good year as much as we can. Now we might have to work harder, and we might have to be more creative and come up with new creative ways of obviously contacting our clients, selling to our clients, serving our clients, and communicating with our vendors and employees. So it's a very complex situation, but it is not impossible. So with that, I wish you a great weekend. Thank you for following us. I get so many calls and emails every week from people who are following us. Please send us your questions. Send us what you're interested in. At some point, we do want to do some more technical videos about like basic financial stuff, financial statements, or just overall. We get a lot of questions every week about those. Just send us or just comment below what you're interested in. And with that, I'm signing off. Bye-bye. Talk to you next week.